just women-led entrepreneurship, right? So my aunt is an perfect example of someone who's come online and has started her store completely on Instagram. The other day she called me and very excited. I sold 1 lakh of smocked frogs on Instagram, and that sort of blew me away. But what we've seen since the pandemic is more women are taking steps to become entrepreneurs on our platform. So I think 73% of all Instagram pages that are women-led, that identify as women-led, started post the pandemic on our platforms. Half of all the Facebook admins who also are small business owners who are women also started their businesses post the pandemic, and their presence, not businesses, their presence on Facebook post the pandemic. So women-led entrepreneurship is another place where I think we can play a big role.
Great. So consumer behavior is seeing a sea change, and particularly in the last 2 to 3 years, pandemic being a very, very important trigger, whether it's consuming news, entertainment, shopping, utilities. How do you think brands are leveraging these apps of yours to cater to the trends in this? And you also started saying that, but I think, when we sort of look at small brands doing it, there is a significant, gap between what they currently do with native intelligence versus what they can do. So what is it that they are doing, and what are you doing to help?
I think on brands, again, I had the opportunity to see the same thing play out in Southeast Asia as well. So again, I think in India, I'm seeing a different, set of trends. The first that I would say is just the small business bit that we talked about. 63 million, MSMEs in this country, contributing to 30% of our GDP, and employing 110 million people. So that's a huge stat. And what we're seeing is more and more of them are going digital. So that's a big trend that we're seeing, and that's something brands may want to capitalize on. The second thing that we're seeing is around D2C. Like, gone are the days when there was only one flavor of cola or only one brand of shoes that you bought, right? And this has really transformed. If you look at the country, and we have a ringside view to this, because we see a lot of these brands being born on Instagram or on Facebook, but direct to consumer is the other big trend that we're seeing. There's just one example is Wow Earth, which is one of our fastest growing beauty brands, and that's pretty much all digitally led, and they do full funnel advertising, that right from branding to actually fulfilling using digital platforms. So that's another big thing. The third thing, and you talked about it, and the Honorable Minister also talked about it, which is Bharat, right? And the number of people coming online, from the rural areas in our country today. I think the stat he used was 92 million versus 97. So 97 million rural Indians coming online in just the last 3 years. So I think building for Bharat versus India is something that we see brands doing more of, and I think they should do much more of as well. So